Hello everyone who came to today's movie. Today I will introduce to you an extremely funny movie. Primitive man found an egg and turned it into an omelet. Super loud giant. I couldn't eat it all, so I carried it on my shoulder and brought it home. Story. In primitive society, when 3 give birth to 3, there are still number 10 leaf peach blossoms. Primitive people had a hard time finding flowers, was taken away by his accomplices. Or should I find somewhere to hide? Unexpectedly, the whole tree was burned by someone else. The guy who won the upper arm was the leader of this group. When Tander gets angry, his friends will fight him. Atoop went into the forest alone. He was also entangled by a man-eating plant. Fortunately, he has thick skin and fat flesh. The sun would no longer be visible. He arrived in the cave. Want to catch some lizards to supplement protein. He just turned around, saw a giant lizard. The 2 sides looked into each other's eyes. The lizard has determined that he is its lunch. It chases you. Primitive people had nothing delicious to offer, so I just invited him to eat ice cubes. Not bad, very delicious. The leader straightened his legs and kicked the ball away. He kicked all his teammates down while he climbed up the rope. There's a guy who has the flu. Take the breath of the giant lizard. Surprised lizard. Never before have we seen an eye with so many networks. It let him spin in a circle and then step aside. Australian Ata sees his teammates like that. He's extremely scared. The giant's greed pushed the tree down. Spare some primitive people. Everyone has gone away. Only the Australian Esso returned to help the injured mule. I even taught him a hopscotch exercise. But the leader did not accept injured teammates. He took everyone back to the cave. The Australian Atio just looked at the leader's wife, Lana. He invited her to eat flowers and treated her kindly. But in the end, Lana brought back Acho Fruto. Give it back to the leader. Atu heartbroken and want to die. The next day, Atu was forced to try wild fruits. After eating this fruit, it's like being drunk. He fell down onto the ground. Atu uses flower fruit to lure the leader's wife out. As a result, he was kicked out of the tribe. Originally, the leader wanted to fight re-imaged remarkable cow. Cause yourself to fall backwards. While Atup SA shot the most, he saw La. At this moment, a song appeared in my head. Just need a sour heart. Towards the wings of freedom. 2 people hugged each other tightly under the blue sky. This is a historic hug. It has promoted human evolution. The bodies of the 2 people are upright. From now on, you won't have to bend your knees anymore. While 2 people were taking a nap, a large bee flew by. It landed on the mule's face. The Australian A2 can only use a simple method to neutralize the risk. They then rescued 2 people from the ground. The old man's daughter, whom I had just met, had already pleased A2UC. She took the initiative to let the other person hug her. The blind old man lost his way. He didn't know. I broke into Godzilla's close friends. He also gave it 2 sticks. The giant lizard did not detect the old man. On the contrary, it targets the Australian Ato crowd. Heroes meet on the narrow path. The Australian Atio pulled up, stabbed into the heart of the giant lizard, causing it to hurt so much that the crab's arms wobbled. I just had to find a place to secretly wipe my tears. Gathered a new tribe. The first thing he did was rob the wife of the leader of the old tribe. Originally, it was about to happen, but we neglected to sabotage. Let shout ho so the leader wakes up. He wanted to use a stone to throw an Australian help him get chipped. Later, Atto UC found a group of people in the cave. Their tribe grew stronger and stronger, while Taylor is looking for fruit. Then the giant lizard appeared again. At the moment of emergency, Atup comes out to solve the problem. He threw Rez pumpkin just enough to block it. Giant lizard vision. Make it scared. That's why the group of people riding in Australia were able to escape. The sky suddenly rained heavily. Everyone could only hide in the cave. Theenroy hit the tree trunk with sauce. This was the first time they saw fire in their lives. Looking at them, I was afraid they would burn themselves. A big fire attracts more and more people to join. Newcomers brought wild game with them. Originally, They intended to use force to tear it apart and then eat it raw. The fire still allows you to sit and hunt. The more this type is grilled, the more fragrant it becomes. The group of people ate cooked meat for the first time. This has promoted human progress. The more miraculous thing happened after they finished eating and drinking. People discovered animal bones. When you use them to tap each other, they will make a funny sound. The more people type, the more rhythm there is. This is the world's first musical box performance. Every human being is a happy little cell. After waking up the next day, Godzilla's close brothers go out to search for food again. Australian Ateo climbs a tree to lure the giant lizard over. Its feet often stepped on the fire. His feet were almost burned. He could only cry hoo-hoo and run away. Then while the group went out to look for food, then discovered a super huge giant egg. Several people together carried the egg home. But halfway there, then the Tander leader pulled his troops over. After an extremely fierce battle, the egg still fell into the hands of Tander's group of people. They want to take the egg home. Is not an easy thing. There is also a big bird in the sky chasing Theo. The egg also doesn't want to live anymore. It rolled down the mountain, then coincidentally fell into the hot spring, turns into a giant fried egg. This is a type of protein that they have never tried before. If you can't eat it all, don't throw it away. Onto the yolk and then carry it on your shoulder. Bring it home for your wife and children. The leader of the next house saw it and drooled. The first battle of mankind just broke out. In the melee, the Australian Ateos group won an overwhelming victory. Tander couldn't fight back, so he just ran away. There was a general in the army who started the fire again. Still keeps farting. I'm even afraid he'll make himself explode. The little fire of the Atu tribe has been extinguished, so he had no choice but to lead everyone to find the fire. Halfway, then Godzilla's close brothers came up behind him. Older brother, look at those restless hands. What are you waiting for? Quickly launch an attack. In times of danger, Otto Australia discovered a plant he had tried before. He plucked a piece and put it into the beast's mouth. What is the situation? The limbs begin to disobey, and the body becomes weak. It was very difficult to get up, and the result was why did it fall like this? Aye who rubs her face before sleeping will become more beautiful. Taram takes it to express love. But unfortunately, in his heart there is only Lana. After that, Otto Oep took advantage of the time when the leader was not at home, led people to steal torches and food. Halfway through the trip, I was discovered. The leader brought Lana as a fishing tool. While being careless, Lana was swept away by the current. Australian Atto quickly jumped down to save her. His teammate, the mule, was also swept away by the water. Also tries to chase away a spirit, but not at all. If you use all your strength like water to save La, then La was saved. A long time ago, the water pushed her to the icy kingdom. He was so cold that his whole body was shaking. There's also an unknown lightning monster in the lake. A Feo Operana, about tribe. At the same time, let her become his wife. This makes me jealous. She went to the area and told the leader everything. That day Atupu took the men away from the tribe to find the missing Garina. They don't know yet. I neglected to send Tanner to attack your area. We captured all the women and robbed all valuable items. This is not the result we ignore. Very fast, the Australian Ata group has come to the Icy Kingdom. After sliding inside the cave, the whole group of people were bewildered. Both the mule and the beast were frozen into ice. The crowd quickly lit a fire to save people. But somehow I put the torch aside, melt the beast. Everyone just had to run for their lives. By pushing the mule with the person sitting below freezing away. When arriving at the ice skating rink, even the beasts slipped and fell. Wait until it's very difficult to get up. The group of people had gone far. Too, it's so cold and lonely. He just had to continue playing by himself. After the Atuk group returned to the tribe, then he discovered that his wife and children had been taken away by the leader. If you encounter a problem, don't panic, Atuk. He started making all kinds of weapons, even accidentally found a way to deceive. He also used drunken fruit as bait. Kill a giant lizard afterwards. use its skin to make armor and helmets. The whole group of people were neatly dressed. Launch attack with Tander. Thanks to the help of his comrades, that fat baby was shot inside. She fell next to the cave and lit a fire, forced the people inside the Ray cave because a Pout's group of people know how to use weapons. So Tando's tribe is not inherently a rival. The thing that makes people admire the most is this old man. He came to participate in Saoa 2 and brought great success. Trick, his horned lizard, also joins the fight. No one can get close to you. Finally, the decisive battle between Atoop and Tander also comes. This is a war for women. The leader used a fake move to drag Atoop down. Tander kicked him rolling on the ground. The dinosaurs next to you also worry about you, but did not sue Riate. Seeing Lana also rushed in to fight. Atoop Mantler also jumped in and gave Lana a punch. Truly a noble woman who dares to love and hate. After catching his breath, Atoop started fighting back. He used a stone to throw the leader, causing him to faint. Then to release anger, he trampled the Tander into the filling. Final scene of the movie, Atoop hugs Lana and received applause from everyone. He finally fulfilled his dream of becoming a leader, but underneath I was left with tears in my eyes. After getting Lana, Atoop discovered that this was not what he needed. He dropped Lana down the mountain to look. In the end, he still chose me to be his wife. This strange movie is about prehistoric times. This is the story pursuing a girlfriend from Atu, Australia, and the journey to promote human development. This is the end of the story. See you again in the next videos.